Hello my lovelies, I hope this video finds you well and having a really nice day, morning, afternoon, whatever time this video catches you in. If you're in the UK, it is the hottest day today and we're recording video in a hot yoga studio, as you do. So yes, it's really warm here at the moment, which I'm so happy about, but any of my lovely UK clients, you know it's really warm in all the gyms and the studios, so it's a bit sweaty in here today. But we're going to do a nice gentle Pilates flow using the ball, but as always my lovelies, remember you don't need it for the practice, it just adds a bit of extra resistance here and there. Lovely. Okay, let's do a little gentle warm up before we get going. So as always, we're going to start in our seated posture, hands on the knees, and just taking a few circles into those shoulders. Think about that ball and socket joint here, finding nice mobilization there. And then some forward. Good. And then we'll just set them back in place now. So curl them up and then really draw them down. We want to think about that beautiful straight line across the front of the chest. So really opening out to the side and lifting the chin slightly. Beautiful. Lovely tall back. Belly button is pulling in towards the spine. Good. We're going to take those arms out. Taking the ball into your underneath arm, and we're going to just tip over one side, feeling that beautiful stretch here. And then coming back up, take it back to the other side, reaching over, having a lovely side bend. And coming back up, beautiful. Take the ball out in front of you and just rolling forward, relaxing the head and chest. And coming back up. Nice. Alright my sweets, we're going to start on our 4-point posture today. So coming over to your hands and knees. And before we get started here, we'll take a little bit of cat and cow just to open up that back, prepare the wrists. In your cat and cow, you really want to think about shifting the body, moving forward and back, and just finding space there. Lovely. Now we're going to start with the ball. Remember, if you don't have a ball, you don't need to worry about it, but you can do all these exercises without it. We're going to take it between the back of our right knee. We're going to box out the arms. So the left arm's going to come down to the elbow, forearm, and then right hand, we're going to take a nice wide grip with the hands and press down. And the ball now is squeezing into that hamstring muscle. We're going to draw it down, knee to knee, and then exhale up. Good. Down. And then exhale side. Good. Down. Pushing it up and down and side. Good. Down. Exhale. Really think about squeezing that ball slightly. So keeping that engagement in the back of that hamstring. Good. You're going to take one more there. Lovely. Now we're going to push up, arms are going to come nice and wide, tucking your underneath toe if you need a bit of extra support. We're going to do one chest push up with that curl and push up. Deep breath in, exhale. 2 more, and up, and 1 more. Nice, good. Bring that ball down. Just take that ball into your left hand now, and we're going to realign that 4-point posture, knees to touch, and then take your right leg back behind you so it's out to an extension. We're going to slide that ball forward on our exhale, and then inhale, coming back up. Exhale, sliding out, and up. Just 2 more times. We're looking at lengthening here, and up. 1 more time. Beautiful, guys. Hold it there and take some just little circles into that back leg. And then reverse the circles. Beautiful. Nice. Bring that ball in between your hands. Take that right leg down and we're going to go straight out to a little plank pose here. So micro bending those elbows, breathing, and exhale, bringing it down. Lovely, guys. Take a breath there. Have a little roll out of your wrists, and we'll come over and we'll do that on our second side. So as we did on the first side, if you've got one of those balls, you're going to place it behind that knee crevice and we're going to lower down to the forearm of our right arm, left arm out to the side this time, and we're drawing in the abdominals and then pressing into the mat here. So So we take that leg up behind us, in and side and down. Deep breaths. And side. Lovely. So we're exhaling. And exhaling. Really think about that square sort of pathway when we do these movements. Everything is really square. Nice. Now I'm going to come up. Remember, we can tuck the underneath toe if we need to protect the knee. And we take that chest push up and exhale. Inhale as we lower and exhale. Deep breath in, exhale. We have one more. Nice. Good, good, good. Bringing that down. Take that ball to the right hand this time. We're going to send that left leg out. As we exhale, we slide out there. And inhale, we come back in. And exhale. And inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And one more there. Doing so well, guys. This one's a hard one. Lovely. And little circles into that back leg. Once you've done a few one direction, you change the direction. Beautiful. Flex the foot. Stay there, and we push back up to that plank pose, keeping everything in a nice straight line. And we're just going to shift the body forward and then bring it back. Deep breath in, forward and back. Good. Last one, hold it strong and bring yourself down. Beautiful, guys, well done. Have a little roll out of your wrist and breath there. Have a quick sip of water if you need. We're going to come down onto our back now and move into some core work. So taking your time just to bring yourself down to your mat. As I said, it's a nice time to get a quick little sip of water if you need that. And I always would like to use the ball for abs in your, whenever we're doing abdominal work in between the knees. It just really helps us keep awareness of our knee alignment. So keeping that strong alignment is really beneficial for our development in our practice. So for this one, we're going to come to the balls of the feet, hands to the back of the head. So we're going to do some crunches here. So as we exhale, we draw the body up, we look between the thighs, and inhale, we lower. And exhale. And inhale, we lower down. And exhale. Inhale, we lower. Good. Now as we come up, we're going to now lift the feet to a tabletop. And then bring them down and lower down. And up. And lift. And lower it down. Good. Using those abdominals, really think of flattening through your belly. And up. Lift. And bring it down. We have one more. And squeeze. Good. Now we're going to lower down. I'm going to take my favourite exercise, our supine twist. So as we exhale, we drop those knees to one side. We're going to squeeze that ball between the knees. And we squeeze back up. And we exhale. And we inhale to come up. And we exhale. And inhale to squeeze up. Exhale. And really use your muscles to find that beautiful pathway. Good. Now we're going to take a little extra. We're going to roll around to the middle and then squeeze to lift. This one's a little bit harder. So we go over, we circle round, and we squeeze to lift. Good. As you can tell, struggling a little bit with this one today. And squeeze. We've got one more. And round and squeeze. Nice, everyone. Lovely. Okay, coming up. We're going to take now that ball underneath your right leg. So take it underneath your right knee. And then send your left leg out long. We're coming across and down. So other option here is that you can soften your left foot down to the mat. Yeah? So So take that option if you need to, otherwise we're going to hover that leg. We're just going to take one more, hold it strong, then little crunches. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go straight to the second side. So remember second side if you want to, you're going to keep that leg down. We come across and center, across and center. So we're really using our obliques. We're activating that hamstring again. Squeeze and center. Good. We're going to take one more and then move into those little pulses. Little pulses. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and ease it down. Lovely, guys. Beautiful work. Okay, take a breath. We'll do a couple of our roll-ups just as our transition. So before we move into the roll-ups, take a moment just to really relax your breath, relax your body, and think about in between the exercises, especially when it's a hot day like this. You might find some of the easier exercises a little bit harder. You know, really think about the breath. We always revert back to that breathing, yeah? So reaching the ball back behind you, or arms back behind you, legs are stretching out long. We're drawing up through those abdominals. We take a very strong deep breath. As we exhale, we find a lovely tall seat. Now at the top, when you get to that nice tall seat today, we're going to take a nice big circle with the right arm. And don't worry if you don't have a ball, just take that circle without the ball. And then scooping back, rolling back down, and all the way back down. Deep breath in, exhale. Finding that moment at the top where you sit into that beautiful extended spine. We take that beautiful big circle and we ease it down, mobilizing that whole pathway down. Breathing in. Nice strong exhale. We reach up, looking at that wall, finding that pathway, moving and mobilizing down through that spine, easing your way down. Deep breath in, exhaling. Nice, tall back, big reach, extend the spine, mobilizing down, smooth and slow, all the way down. Beautiful, guys. Reaching back. Lovely work. Okay, let's come over to our side now. So coming into some side line. As always, don't need the ball. I keep saying that because I just really want to emphasize it's not, you don't need it to do these exercises, but it does help with a few of them. So we're going to take it underneath the hand today, yeah, for a little bit of extra awareness into that arm and shoulder. Top leg is stretching out and we're just pushing down into that ball. So we're going to take a little bicycle here. So you're going to bend your top leg, bring your heel towards your butt, and then bicycle your way through as you stretch that leg out. Flex and push it back, and bicycling it in, and stretching forward. Good. Taking that beautiful pathway, we're extending through the hip, really finding space there. Now we're going to reverse it. So we go back, we reach, and scoop it forward, and back, we reach, and scoop it forward, and one more, reach, and scoop it forward. Lovely, guys. Take that top leg out, stretch your underneath leg, and we're going to join underneath the top leg and lower, and squeeze, and lower, and squeeze. Good. For 3, and 2. Nice. I'm going to do a little scissor today. So a little lateral swim, little lateral scissor. We breathe in. We exhale. Deep breath in. And exhale. Amazing. Last breath. Squeeze those legs together and ease it down. Beautiful, guys. Now we're going to push up onto our side. We're going to do a little bit of side sort of plank work. So ball hand, sorry. You're going to hold the ball with your top hand, and we're just going to add a little bit of rotation. So pushing up to your side plank. Now if you need to, remember you can absolutely drop that underneath knee, yeah? So we're going to come down, and we're going to gently sort of push that ball under, and back out, and lift, and down. We direct under and back out and lift. And one more. Nice. We're going to hold that side plank, pushing the floor away. Good. And exhale, bring it down. Lovely. Taking that underneath arm across for a little stretch there. Just easing into that shoulder. Little side bend. Beautiful. Okay, let's take that on the other side. So swinging the legs round. Going to use that ball to sort of place us down into that body alignment. Underneath knees just gently bent. Top leg is out long. So we bend it in, we bicycle forward, and we flex to push it back. We bend it in, bicycle forward, and flex to push back. Really think of pulling that heel in towards your butt for that bicycle movement. Good, and then forward, bend it in, reaching it back, and flex it forward, in, and reaching back. Deep breaths with all of this, keep that breath going, really focus on that breathing. Nice, good, lovely guys. Now that top leg is going to go out, you're going to send that underneath leg out long, we squeeze, lift, and lower, and lift, and lower. Good, keep that breath strong. 3, 2, and 1. Little side swim. So we're thinking about those feet brushing past each other as fast as possible for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it really strong and relax it down. Beautiful guys. Okay, let's prepare now for that side plank variation with the ball. Remembering you can absolutely keep that underneath knee down if you need. So you're going to bring that top hand down. We take a little push under and up to lift and down and push and up to lift. Breathing here. We hold it there for 5, 4, 3, 2, and ease it down. Lovely. Push yourself up. Have a little stretch out. Nice. Just pulling that arm across the body as well. Stretching there. Great. All right, my loves. Let's come back down onto our back. And we'll do a little bit of our bridge work. So coming back down. Placing that ball between the knees to keep activation in those inner thighs. And options here, if you want to, you can always keep those arms down to ground yourself. You can keep them up here as well. So this is a nice option just to kind of get that upper body a little bit more engaged. So taking that option if you want, or keep them down. So as always, we think about that pelvic floor, really initiating the roll up. So as we tuck that pelvis, we imprint our spine. We peel the spine one vertebrae at a time off the mat. And at the top, we peak those hips. We lift it up. We're going to think about pushing up through the pelvis and then easing our way down through that spine, one vertebrae at a time. Dropping the bottom, dropping the heels. Exit a little loop through neutral to an arch. Then re-tuck, really think about that engagement. So everyone often thinks more about this exercise working your butt or your legs or your upper body, but I always think like initiating with the core. So your abs is really working. If we really think about each section of them unraveling in conjunction with the spine, you get that sort of deeper connection to the movement. And up. Now I'm just going to take some little heel lifts here, some calf rises. So dropping the heels and lift. And dropping the heels and lift. 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Nice. I'm just going to drift those arms back behind you. And exhale back up. Arms drift behind you. And back up. 2 more times. Good. Last one. Lift and hold. Beautiful. Roll it down. Nice work, everyone. Just drop that ball and take a little and scream wiper with those knees. Excellent. Now, really nice stretch here with the ball that you can do. It's just place it sort of underneath your bottom, and you can stretch your legs out here, so it's really good for the hip flexors. If it feels uncomfortable for your lower back, or you feel any pain in your lower back, you can just skip it though. But a really nice one to sort of stretch out hips. If you get tight hip flexors, this sort of extension, especially through the pelvis, is really good for that. Reach those arms back. Nice. And we're just going to take a super quick stretch today, so if you have a bit longer to stretch, definitely take that time. Otherwise, we're just going to take a nice happy baby. So this is a great one at the end of the class, just to get into those hips. And then you can stretch the legs, peel them up and back, that feels nice. Be very careful, I always look towards the camera, but try to always look up in any position that your neck is sort of in a vulnerable position like that. And just rolling yourself up, finding your seated position, and we'll close down like we always do with our 3 deep breaths. So as we take our seat, just really feel your body aligned, as we did at the beginning of our practice today, opening through the chest, chin is lifted. We breathe in to draw the arms up, grounding exhale, deep breath in, nice grounding exhale. We're taking all that positive energy to our mind and body, making sure it's a happy place in